bug or something, and then the banner ads stopped appearing, and now there just hasn't been. They just haven't fixed it, so there's no monetization of
But
bots
what?
now.
That's
That's
money
weird.
they leave on the table. Like Twitch
forsaken. What would you ask of death? Remember, patience, discipline. I'm out of range. I don't have enough energy. I need to get closer. I don't have enough energy. Isn't ready yet. I can't do that yet. I don't have enough energy. I don't do that yet. I need to get closer. This had better be good. What you... What is it? I can't carry anymore. What is it? Speak quickly. Embrace the shadow.
I haven't got all day.
What now? What now? Farewell.
What do you require?
Speak quickly. This had better be good.
quick about your business.
I am forsaken. The dead shall serve.
Be quick about your business. I'm listening. Dark Lady, watch over you.
Quickly. Trust no one. Our time will come. Hello.
Hello? Embrace the shadow.
Too far away. What is it?
I haven't got all day.
This had better be good. out of range.
Say no. Don't say no.
Well, I'm explaining what you're saying though. Is because you said he was trying to get the super chats. That's not really what it is. He would be adding another source to send it to his YouTube channel.
So he would get super chats. So he would get super chats.
I mean, it would only just be the people that watched him. It would be the same as him doing a stream himself. I just asked
to use it. He was using our show to try to snipe our show and to get people to watch his version of our show, and so he would get the super chats directly.
It's more complicated than that, but yes.
But he was trying to steal.
I cannot confirm nor deny that.
All right. Well, I guess no one's on my side today. I spoke to Adam. Adam is basically saying Chad being Chad. Chad just can't be normal. You can't just have Chad and he's like, yeah, I won't do it anymore. Melton was doing his merch, and because Chad he didn't like something Melton did, he goes after Melton's family, his wife. That's typical Chad. But you're like, Chad will change. Where are the signs that Chad will change? Because you had a conversation with him a month ago? Since then, what has he done to prove that he's a normal guy? He's gonna make the effort to change. I mean, it causes trouble in your own family, and you're like, that's not enough. That's not enough. I mean, the guy's a piece of shit. Like, I mean, what? I don't know how much evidence you need. It's depressing to me that you're like, that you just can't like go, I'm washing my hands with this guy. Like, he's bad news. I know Shuli's trying to do it to annoy me. I know you're Team Shuli. I get it. But I mean, it's just, you think at some point you go like, I should just wash my hands of Chad because he's not good for anybody. Chad's a career loser. Chad will always lose because, like the New Year's Eve story, he's always going to find a way to be like, I got to Chad this up a little bit. And because that's what I do. Chad's always going to Chad. That's a fact. And you can have all the conversations in the world you had with him, and he's always going to be Chad. End of story.
That we can all agree on, right? Chad's going Chad. Bob?
He's going to what?
Chads are going to Chad.
Well, I mean, he's doing it now. I mean, I don't really, you know what I mean? I'm finding out some stuff right now, and just having a nice tea, and I think I'm going to have to ruin it and get a drink.
If it's your day-to-day life and you're working with Kevin, I just feel like that has to be more uncomfortable than not talking to Chad, right? It's not like he really brings a whole lot to your life. I know you guys were mad at each other at one point.
Not many people bring a lot to my life. Okay, not a lot of people.
But do you think maybe you're a little too understanding or a little too patient?
Yeah, maybe I am. That's a fact. That's been my problem my whole fucking life. Okay.
There you go. We're trying to help
because
you.
I always fucking think that people are not like, you know what I mean? I always do. I do see the good, and there's nothing wrong with that.
It's like I asked you before. You've been married many times. right?
Some say that.
But you've never
Allegedly.
Yeah.
you've never served anybody with divorce papers, though, right?
No, I'm not that. I would never do that because
Right.
I'm
You're
just
a very
like,
patient man.
yeah, I just don't do that. Yeah.
Okay, but I'm just saying.
Have
it's
you ever
so-
broken up with a girl?
Yeah, do you ever-
Probably not. Probably not. You know what I mean?
And
It's
the
like
time
once
that-
I stop dumping in them, that's time to go on.
and the
it's time
time
to
you
go.
left, you only went down to the basement.
Yeah,
right?
I
Is
wanted to
that
be with my
correct?
son every day. You know,
Right.
that was well worth it to me, and it paid off big time because of how we grew up.
Plus, he let you play with the band on Saturday.
Yeah.
And they let me play anytime I go there. But it's like,
I'm
you
just
know,
saying, my
some
point
things are
is-
worth. Some things you do
Chad
because
ain't.
it's not
Chad
about you.
ain't. Chad
it ain't
ain't.
about me. And I look at things like that. This ain't about me. This is about somebody
Well,
else.
maybe,
And,
Bob. Maybe it should be
yeah.
about you.
But I'm not gonna do stuff like I made
Listen,
good
Bob, I
decisions
understand. I
years
understand
ago.
you don't want to get agitated. You don't want to like go down and like you were gonna go down, get on a plane and look up Chad. Now, I'm not asking you to do that, but I'm asking. It would make more sense.
What
The
would you
evidence is
ask
out
of
there.
death?
Chad's a piece of shit. When he went after Melton's wife over the weekend, I was like, I mean, that's all he does. Go after Steel Toe's wife or ex-wife.
No, it's
or
not right. It's
okay,
not right.
Bob.
They'll
There's
be
no
mine.
other side. There's no
Well,
good.
that's-
There's no. It's all bad with Chad. So when you're weighing the scales, like the good versus the bad, it's all bad. It's all tipped to one side. There's no other side where Chad brings something to the table. Like he's good with kids, or he's a good little league coach. Even Sandusky was a good coach. So Chad brings nothing. He goes after he cheap shots everybody. He went after your family on Mother's Day. It's like
I
at
know.
some point you just go like, I don't need to work it out with Chad. He's a piece of shit. I've done way more shows with Chad than you have.
What is it?
I've had way more interactions with Chad than you have.
Trust no
I've seen
one.
way more.
What
Chad brings
now?
nothing. Once you get Chad with the black eye and the shit like that, after that it's like all the other shit is just lying and creepy shit. Going after Melton's wife because he's mad at Melton because his merch deal or whatever. It's like Melton's like everybody knows Chad's a loser, but you're over here going apologize for Chad. Like we're gonna go at it slow. We're gonna make it work, but we're gonna do it slow. Yeah, it sounds like a couple trying to come back. You know, they're divorced or they
You
have
do
a
that with
falling out.
all kinds of people. That's how you do
No,
it. That's
you
why
don't.
they do
You
it.
don't,
in-
Bob.
That's
Not
why they do
unless
it.
they.
in-
Not unless. Yeah. Also, you do with people, but you don't do with people who have a track record that Chad has. I mean, if you do, you look like a fool.
But
You
if
just
I
look like-
listened to everybody, I wouldn't ever met you if I listened to what people said.
Bob,
I
have an
never did that
80-page
stuff in my
criminal
life.
record. I don't have an 80-page
I
criminal
know,
record.
but I just never.
And also,
fucking,
I've been a career show business person. I have credits. I've been on
I know.
TV. Chad has none of that. Chad's basically going on what Florentine says about him because when Florentine was getting cheated on by his wife, Chad was there for him. That's Chad's only credit. And basically, Chad was available
am
because
forsaken.
he has nothing going on. So most of all the Florentine's other friends were busy. They couldn't. They weren't at Florentine's beck and call like Chad was because he has nothing going on. So for you to be like we're trying to rationalize Chad's behavior, it's a waste of time. He has no positives. And it's all negative. Ask anybody that knows them at all. But I mean, the whole, we're going to get him on the Shuley network, and that's okay. I mean, but again, I pay you money
Yeah.
to be on the show. Chad gives you nothing. He gives
And I've
you
been
nothing.
loyal to
He only-
you totally.
Yeah, but all he does is create problems.
Okay,
Right now,
well,
he's creating a problem because he said, he lied. 6 days ago, he said the show sucked, so he'll never snipe it again. But now, conveniently, 6 days later, it's like, you know what? Kevin watched the show yesterday. After I've been already doing my show for 2 hours, I went over to watch what Carl and John were doing. But that's, for Chad, that's sniping, and I struck his channel because of that. But did I use John's music or Carl's music or their graphics? And I watched it for 20 minutes, not 3 hours. But it's the same thing. So he texts you, and you're like, well, Chad said you struck his channel.
I thought he
We
struck
did
it. I thought
Okay, we
he
did it. We did
Okay,
it.
yeah.
And that's exactly what Chad wants to happen. Where you're like, well, you struck Kevin's channel, or you struck Kevin struck my channel yesterday, Bob. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm at a loss for words at this point because, I mean, I don't know how you just go like, yeah, Chad's a winner. Chad's a winner. Again, if Chad was a winner, he'd still be on the show, Bob. Chad didn't go after Melton's wife and your wife and my family, but that's not enough. You want to make it work with Chad.
I don't have.
Bob, are you in fact butt buddies? Please address super chat.
Butt buddies.
I mean, I can understand if you want to make it work with Florentine or like literally anybody, but I mean to make it work with Chad, I don't know. Bob is closer friends with Chad than the pool guy. Are you mad at the pool guy? Is that why you?
No, he came over and handed me stuff and did some stuff, and we have more stuff coming. He's probably telling me something came in that he bought me, and
Are you closer friends with Chad than the pool guy?
the pool guy, me and him are pretty close. We've had
Are
a
you
lot
taking
of.
it slow with the pool guy? Or
Yeah, we are. We do take it
Going
slow
in
because it got really
at
fucking
first.
ugly. Okay, it got really fucking ugly. All right, very ugly. You have no idea how fucking ugly it got. Okay.
Sounds like it got pretty
he's
ugly.
doing.
Are you still going to be
he's
friends
doing-
with the pool guy when the pool guy's done?
Will you
if
continue a
If he
relationship?
does everything that he says he's going to do, absolutely, because of the fact that we've been, they've been through a lot. Put it that way.
Who?
Okay, with me. Him, his father, everybody involved has been put up with this stuff.
Are
and
you going to
that's a fact.
introduce Chad to the pool guy?
Yeah.
Bob just wants to be in good standing with Chad in case he needs a drinking buddy or a catalytic converter.
I don't even know what a catalytic converter is.
I think you have to get a.
exhaust.
Really?
I thought you had to have a Cadillac. Have a
That's what I
Cadillac
thought.
converter. What I did a Mark Norman. I did a play on words.
You say? How many Cadillacs are out there?
I can't wait till we get to Borgensons. You know what? I'm gonna jump ahead.
Oh, that's what I do. I jump on the.
Get rid
van.
of Benedict Levy. His defending Chad is worse than me giving him $300.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I'm not defending anybody. And the fact is, you fucking gave him $300 to basically shove it to Kevin.
No, he's trolling Chad by giving him $300.
Oh, yeah, that's gonna work.
He's saying it's what you're doing is worse than that. Makes less sense.
Well, what's he gonna say? Holy shit! What am
What
I
do you mean,
doing?
what's he gonna say?
He gave Chad $300 to fuck with you.
Yeah, but you want to make it work with Chad.
How much-
Borgenson's not trying to make it work with Chad. It was a one-time fling with him and Chad one day.
One day.
Yeah, he gave him a lot of money. Chad went nuts. I got a little annoyed, and we all survived.
We'll survive again. We always survive.
I'm trying to figure out what I have to do to get Bob mad at
Are
me.
you
Where
saying-
Bob's like,
What?
Bob's
why
like,
would
fuck
I be,
you,
why,
fuck
why
you,
would I
Kevin.
be mad at
Bob,
everybody? Why
let's
do
put it
you
this
want
way.
me
I'll
to
never
fucking-
say anything about your family. So is there anything I could
Yeah.
ever do to get you so mad at me that you're like, fuck you, Kevin? Because Chad talks some shit about your family on
You-
Mother's Day.
you've-
I'll never
you've
do
done
that.
It too. You've done
what?
it here, but it's
I
during the
talk
heat
shit
of the
about your
show.
family on Mother's Day?
No, it doesn't have to be Mother's Day, but I'm just saying, it's like it's the heat of the moment. Shit, it gets said. I get this.
I think it
That
was
was a
Arbor
tweet.
Day.
Chad said it in a tweet. That was not heat of the moment. But I'm thinking like I gotta come over and like drain the water out of your pool where you get so mad.
I
that-
got a guy that's doing that.
Oh, you're like Kevin. You know what Kevin did? I won't do a show with him this week because he murdered everybody in my town.
No, that's the thing is I don't think there's anything you could do. That's kind of my point. Is I think Bob, you're a little too patient with people and you give people too many chances.
Because when I was impatient with people, it doesn't work out for somebody.
It's
But I
not
think that
your
there's
fault that the police came to you about how it's done. You fucked up once. You can't punish
No,
yourself
that's nothing
forever
compared to
by
it.
making
That's
it
nothing.
by making it work with Chad. You think that evens it out? Yeah, I threatened Howard when the police came, so now I have to let everybody walk all over
I'm
me.
talking about way before that. I just was different, and it never worked out because you
No, but
can't use.
we understand that there's a dark side to Bob, and I think we can agree we don't really want to see that. But
I don't
think
mind
there's
over Zoom. I don't mind seeing over Zoom.
Yeah, over
it's safe
Zoom.
this way. But I think that there's a balance between the two.
Yeah, it's called a lot of stuff. It's called being off pills. It's called that was a bad moment. There was bad moments just growing up because that's the way it was, and nobody could do anything about it.
Every
You
time
know, but
Bob's-
those are times I don't say, hey, you should do what I do. No, those weren't good times. They were at the moment, but it's not a good state for people.
Okay, but you changed, Bob. Chad ain't gonna change. So I think you think that since you changed,
Yeah,
that
I do.
people can change. Chad's not gonna change. Artie Lang will never change, and I'll get to
But
Artie
am
Lang.
I gonna? I've never turned on Artie. I've never.
Yeah, but he's not gonna not be a fat junkie. That's
I've
impossible.
never. All I did was try, and you can ask. You can
And
ask.
to what end? And
you
you
can
gained what?
ask-
You gained what from
You
it?
can ask
Nothing.
Volato about my loyalty, even when he was saying stuff about, what was going on with Artie at a point that had nothing to do with it. And I said I didn't call him a liar. I didn't call him anything. I just said, wow.
Okay, but that
I
didn't
know
change
that.
Artie. It's Artie's gonna be Artie. Chad's gonna be Chad.
But it
They're
doesn't
human
change the
garbage.
It doesn't. Artie is not human garbage. Artie is somebody
Okay, well,
that fell
Chad
into
is. Will
something.
you give me that? Will you give me that?
Look, I don't like to call anybody that. You know
I
what
do.
I
I
mean?
love
do-
to.
I
Artie's
know you
human
do,
garbage,
and
and
that's
so is Chad.
But that's okay. That's okay. You're allowed to hate who you hate, and I'm allowed to like who I like. But it's
You
not.
almost
like
said love.
I didn't say. Love wasn't coming out of. I
Yeah, you
don't
almost
love.
said love. I
don't-
think you
I'll
love
never
Chad.
love anybody
you
as
love
much
Chad
as I
like
love
a
myself.
son. You love Chad like a son,
No, Jake Hudson's my son.
I do feel like there's a bit of like a son type of thing. There's
Hey man,
definitely,
if people are
definitely-
going the wrong way and shit, you try to help them. I don't know. I've always been like that. I don't give a fuck.
Bob, would you say-
know,
do you see
if
a
that's
little-
the worst thing about me, I'm fine with it. Put
Do
it
you
that
see
way.
a little bit of yourself in Chad?
No, I don't. I don't see a little of me in anybody.
What?
I really don't.
You don't see a little of you in anybody? That's
Except for my wife. Later on, you'll see a lot of me in it. Get
Yeah, we're
me.
having
So when you
fun.
see somebody, you're like, we have nothing in common. I
Everybody's
see-
troubled
see
for different
nothing, I hear
reasons.
nothing.
Everybody is troubled for different reasons. Everybody has a different life. Nobody has the life I had, and I understand that. And I don't.
You said
look
you had
at
a
it
great
like that.
life.
I did have a great life, but it was fucking crazy. Okay, crazy.
Even
Before
single mother
this
of
shit,
five.
before I got into this fucking shit, are you
What,
kidding me?
Zoom? With
No,
MLC?
fucking comedy. Before I got into comedy, it was fucking.
Okay,
was
so
crazy.
that explains Chad.
No, that explains me.
Okay, but it's still not. Adam, we didn't read that one. We didn't read single mother
Right.
5. Please explain. Every time Bob sees a new fence, he has to climb on it. He can't help it. But seriously, KB, why do you care what everyone else does? I don't care what everyone else
Do
does,
not
but when
seek
when
death.
people are tagging me in Twitter and saying, "Oh, Kevin was sniping," I wasn't sniping. First of all, Chad's a loser. That's a fact, Bob. That's great that you've dedicated your life to
I
turning
didn't.
Chad around.
You see, you make
But-
it
but-
into something
but
that it's
Chad's a
not.
piece of shit.
I
Chad's a piece of shit.
dedicated my
last
life.
week, of
to
course,
outreach
last
to
week he
mudsharks.
was like, the show sucks. But conveniently now the show, now he's doing it for a different reason. So
That's
Chad will
pretty
always
fucking good today.
Chad will always rationalize his pathetic behavior. Chad doesn't even really bother me because obviously I'm doing great. I'm doing Chad actually complains I'm killing it. I'm killing it thanks to him. Also, but also I'm struggling too. I'm not doing well because I don't have friends like he has, and I don't have any club dates coming up. Can some clubs book me so I have some club dates to plug? I know Don Jameson has a club date September 24th. Free tickets, still available. One of Chad's good friends. Another guy killing it from compound. Speaking of compound, Kumia's roof is leaking in South Carolina.
In his new place?
Yeah, Bob, you didn't even see that story.
I don't fucking
Jesus
know. I'm
Christ.
out there doing
What are
this.
you on
I'm
your
doing
raft
that.
the whole night?
I'm playing fucking
Are you
goddamn
drinking
catch
pinas
with the dog.
coladas? He has a
fucking
leak
living
in
it
his
up.
roof, and somebody said today he used to be a roofer. I thought he was in the air conditioning business, but
He was.
they said he used to be a roofer. But anyway, he's got a leak in his roof, and the builder already skipped town on him, so he has to hire a
Are you
lawyer.
serious?
And I said, you know what he probably did? He probably paid the guy $100. Kumia's cheap. He likes to. Who did he hire full time? Bill Schultz and Gino Bisconti. Bottom of the barrel. He got him as cheap bargain bin basement compound media. Thought it began with B. Anyway, the point is, he gets people on the cheap, and then he gets mad when they suck at their job or they leave. But that's true. That's hilarious. The guy.
The guy just left.
Said he
The
moved
guy
out of
just-
the state. Kumi said he moved out of the
Well,
state.
he said that it was a brand new house, but then when they went up there to look at it, they used shingles.
Yeah, somebody
Oh
should have
my
went up and
God.
checked. I
Wild.
mean, first of all, a brand new house. So when you build a brand new house, something's going to be wrong with it. That's a fact. I mean,
Well,
I'm not
don't you have even
I'm not
a new
Bob
house
the Builder.
when you have an inspector go over, even if it's a new house,
you should. You
to
should.
look at everything,
You
even if
should.
it's new. Because you can to use. I mean, look, man,
Yeah,
shit
you get a
is.
home inspection. You get a home inspection. I don't
Yeah.
know if they go on the roof. I think
They,
nobody
yeah,
likes.
they do. The roof is very important when you
Yeah,
get
the
a
roof
house.
is highly important,
Yeah.
especially when for leaks. So yeah, I've lived on the top floor. I had a top floor apartment in Queens, and it just leaked, and
Yeah.
they went up there 50 times, and I finally figured it out. One day I went up, it was raining, because they would always go up when it wasn't raining,
Yeah.
and they'd be like, I think it's coming from over here. They repaved the whole roof of the building. It was a big apartment, but they repaved the whole thing. You know, but it was coming from the wall. There was like cracks in the wall.
It can run so far before
No,
it
there
comes
was cracks. There was like, there's the surface up on top, but then the wall goes up. So if people
Yeah.
go up on the roof, then it's not just a flat surface. So you
What
can just
now?
there
It's
was
not
like
connected too.
no, there was like a 4-foot wall between at the end of the building, so people wouldn't fall off or whatever. That's just the way you build a house. Anyway, I noticed that when it was raining, there was cracks in the wall going up, the 4-foot wall going up. So I told the guy, I go, maybe it's coming from here, and he's like, yep. So everybody
It's
gets
different
leaks.
angles with the
Yeah,
rain.
everybody
Whenever
gets
the rain
leaks,
comes
but the
in.
fact that Kumia is like his dream house is already. I mean, but I just think he
Should
probably
be
went.
happening.
He probably went on the cheap. He probably hired the Bill Schultz of builders or the Gino Bisconti of
Schultz
builders.
builders.
Yeah, at lunch they take a long lunch because they have to go to the bathroom with a ski
Yeah.
mask, and they all complaining that this is all the coke you have. JG KB's anti-Chad stance is a work if I ever saw one.
Yeah. Okay. So
Wow.
what if you guys are playing me?
Wow.
What if you
Whoa.
guys are playing me
Okay,
this
bring
whole
it-
fucking
bring it-
time?
That would
Bring a
be
lie
3D
detector.
chess.
Bring a lie
Well,
detector.
that's what I'm saying.
Bring a lie detector, Atlantic City.
I don't have. What do you think? I got them laying around here?
No, you
I
can
got an
get
app.
one. You
I'll-
get
I'll
whatever you
download an
want in
app.
Atlantic City.
I know a guy.
You
Yeah.
can get. You could probably get a hooker to bring over a lie detector test. I mean,
You
that's.
get a
I mean,
sexy
Atlantic
lie
City.
detector.
Atlantic City, you can basically get whatever you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, but JG, thank you. Yeah, this is all a work. I'm
If it
I'm AI. I'm AI.
Yeah.
I'm not.
But
even
if it
possible.
was a work, it would be the biggest work ever in
Well,
anything.
when does it end? When do I end it?
I don't know.
Exactly. Would I ever end it? Yeah, this is a work. Me and Chad.
I think it's
Yeah.
we're so deep into it, we don't even realize it's a work anymore.
You don't even know how to get out of it at this
Right.
point. I see what's going on. I see I'm getting played. I know it. Everything's a fucking work, and that's a T-shirt.
Age of Quarrel. Reminder for Bob. Chad is a pathological liar. And this is Age of Quarrel. This is one of our original super chatters, OGs. I mean,
Is he coming to AC?
This guy, it don't matter. This Age of Quarrel, lady or man, has been there from the beginning. He's seen it all. He's seen all Chad's. I mean, looking
Yeah,
for
but here-
Chad's positive qualities.
Let me
That's-
explain
that-
something.
that's a
We
long
built
look-
this
that's a long,
beautiful
hard
house
look.
here, but you're letting the fucking rain come into the roof.
Oh, don't make a Kumi analogy.
One could argue that you're letting the rain
Yes.
into the roof too.
Yeah,
So-
but that's not the. I started it, so it's not the way.
What do
We're
you
looking
mean?
at it the way I said it. Look at
You
this
mean-
beautiful
Bob
house,
said it
Kevin.
first. Bob
because
said
we-
it first.
because you
Yeah.
started the analogy. you
Exactly. So
Okay.
we built this beautiful house, and I said, no, put the best roof on this fucking thing because we're gonna take off. And then all of a sudden, you let the fucking rain come through the fucking wall.
No, that is a good analogy because in when you were trying to bring Chad in twice a day or 3 times, I mean twice a week or 3 times a week, I was like, it's like if you got a leak in your house and it doesn't rain every day. So
No.
so even if you got a leak in your house, if it rains once a week, it's still gonna cause a problem. So Chad once a week I knew what Chad is. Chad can't be anything but the piece of shit that he is. His stepdad was right. Everybody that bailed on Chad was right because Chad's garbage. Tape 2 sounds like everyone is having a good Wednesday. It's called
Oh,
Hump
it's
Day.
wonderful.
It's called Hump Day.
This is why I have a drinking problem. No, I don't even have one.
Did you
but I
did you
do.
ever have like an intervention when you had trouble?
me?
Like, did you ever walk into your house and there was like a caterer and like a
A
guy? and
caterer? No, caterer. You don't hire a caterer for that.
Sure, yeah. You know you want to get a little crudité, maybe
Oh,
a guy in
finger
like a,
sandwiches.
a
Oh,
guy-
let's talk about my cocaine problem.
like there was a guy in a cardigan.
No, but people have been
Wait,
like,
when
what
you
the fuck
when
are
you get an
doing?
intervention, do you hire a professional interventionist?
Sometimes, yeah. I think if it's a serious thing, yeah.
I
Is
got
this
mine
almost-
offline.
Because I'm trying to be supportive, but it does kind of feel. I'm not trying to gang up on you, but I'm just trying to help. Like,
Who, me?
no,
Oh.
Bob, because
Well, wait
I'm
till you
just-
get ganged up on Atlantic
I'm
City in
just
the room.
saying-
See who
oh,
fucking
these
comes
are
and
all-
helps you
you
now.
guys are all fucking
With your
talk.
fucking feet
They're all
kicking in
talk.
the air when they're dragging you to a room.
We only, as
Let's-
far as I know, we only have one gay listener, so I think I'm safe.
I'm
But
listening.
Until August
don't change the sub-
19th.
don't-
Until August 19th, then we have everybody.
Listen,
So
if I
Everybody's
turn-
lining
if I
up.
turn a
I'm
few
selling
people,
hot
that's-
dogs on that line.
That's not on me. Don't
Yeah,
change the subject, though. I'm just trying to say, like, if it were business, you would have to make a, and it kind of is, you would have to make a decision, right? To go, okay, I can't
What
work
is
with
it?
this guy. It's a conflict of interest to sort of be friends or be a big brother to a guy that is Kevin's
but
arch nemesis.
Okay, I got a question for you. But where does that end? Okay, I've been working with Shuli for a while too. Like here and there, you know, when we came back, it was here and there. So does that, like, you know what I mean? Does that go with that too? Like,
But
you
I
know what I
don't
mean?
think
It's like, when
Kevin-
does it stop?
Well,
like, that's what I'm saying.
that's a good point.
Yeah, but Shuli's running a business. Chad is not running a business.
and
Ch-
you're very
Chad-
involved with that, so I don't.
Chad,
Kevin is-
Chad's a piece of shit. I mean, I'm not gonna say Shuli's not running a business. He's running a business. Chad's not running a business.
Some say
Chad,
an empire.
Chad is a human failure. Chad fails at everything. He has nothing to show for his life except to troll people and then to get people like you to believe that he's good. Like that's all he has. The people that watch his show are the people that are saying, "No, Chad, you're good. You're a good person. Kevin's bad." But there's no evidence that Chad is good. He just went after Melton's wife over the weekend. Melton's wife has nothing to do with Chad. Melton barely has anything to do with Chad, except he used to run his merch. Chad got mad, and again, it's not enough to go after Melton. He has to go after Melton's family because Chad's a piece of shit. But you keep giving him the benefit of the doubt, just like the losers who watch his show that keep supporting Chad. Like, Chad, Kevin's a loser. You're a winner. Nobody thinks Chad's a winner. Nobody. Nobody, not Florentine. Nobody thinks he's a winner. Gladwell Ape, nobody does. So for you to be like, Chad might Chad's not going to turn things around. He's a 50-year-old career criminal loser.
Can we send Florentine the link?
Florentine, I'm not interested in Florentine anymore. It's like I don't know if you guys are running some kind of work, but
Believe me, I'm not doing
I mean,
any.
when Florentine was on with Cumia, when Chad was drunk that show, Cumia, Florentine said, "Oh, I think Chad is, Chad's a big wrestling fan. I think he was just pretending. He wasn't. He was drunk. Everybody thinks he was. Everybody knows he's drunk, except Florentine, basically doing what you're doing now. Like, I think Chad. I talked to Chad. Chad's a good guy. Nobody thinks Chad's a good guy. Anybody ask Melton if Chad's a good guy. You're friends with Melton. You're gonna hang out with Melton this weekend. Ask Melton. Get Melton's take. Send Melton away.
Well, I hit up Melton today, and I said to Melton, I said, when are you flying in? And he told me, and I said, fuck, I was gonna pick you up at the airport. And he goes, I don't need a ride from the airport. I'm not Ray.
Thank you.
You
Okay,
see,
so you're
that
going to
was
see
it.
Melton this weekend, and ask Melton what he thinks about Chad. Ask Melton
Because I don't really know what's going. Look, I don't know a lot that's going on because
I know. I'm telling you, Chad's
but
a
I'm
piece
saying
of shit.
I'll
He
see
went after
Melton.
Melton's wife, but that's not enough for you. He didn't. He went after your wife too, but that's not enough. I mean, at some point you got to go. At some point you got to go. I gain nothing by being friendly with this guy in any way, shape, or form. I'm just gaining nothing.
But the whole thing is, we had a long conversation about all of what happened.
A month ago.
Okay,
so,
yeah,
and in the meantime, he's done nothing to prove that he's changed, that he's like a better person. I mean, to go after Melton's wife because Chad found her unattractive. Chad has no girlfriend, has nothing to show for anything. But again, that's what Chad does. But that was a month ago. You had to talk with Chad, but again. Has Chad shown anything other than he's a piece of shit since then? No, he hasn't. Chad's numbers are down. The super chats are non-existent. He's got nothing without sniping. He's going to fade to nothing soon enough. Just let it happen. Yeah, I tried to, and even Bob told me at one point, ignore Chad and he'll go away. But now Bob is back to, well, I got to be friends with Chad.
I don't have to do anything anywhere anyhow, but I'm just saying we had a long talk about it, and
a month ago, and then he's been a piece of shit since. I just want Bob's wife to come in and slap him upside the head. I literally just want on camera. I wanted to just fucking.
What does Gina think about this?
She don't like Chad. I spoke to Bob's beautiful wife. She don't like Chad. She don't.
She don't like what happened. She has nothing.
She don't like Chad. She doesn't like Chad. She said that, Bob, to me.
Yeah, you don't bring in kids. You don't bring in.
Okay, so
you
she
know
don't
what I mean?
like Chad. She don't like Chad. That'll never change.
What is it?
I mean, if the lady that sleeps
Victory
next to
for
him can't even
Sylvanas.
convince him, I don't think we have a chance.
There's no convincing
Bob,
going on.
Bob's
There's
like
nothing
a-
going
Bob,
on.
you should
She
have been a parole
understands.
officer. You
When I
should have been a
talk to her,
parole
she
officer.
understands what I'm saying, and and I understand what she's saying. So yeah, we understand each other. We talk about it. That's what it is. Like when me and Kevin don't talk about shit, I know how the show's going. As soon as it starts, Kevin will come in the room and go, "Let's go, Adam." That means have a drink, Bob. Have a fucking drink, Bob. I get it. I get the show more than you guys, probably.
What did I say to you before we even started? I was like, I get that you're loyal, but it's difficult to be loyal to too many people. Do you know what I mean? Like,
especially when it goes after it hurts your family and it hurts your bank account. Like, it makes no sense. It makes no sense. I could see if it was like you guys are longtime friends. You basically met him through me. He's a piece of shit. I'm telling you. It's like when I told Stuttering John, Chad's a piece of shit. He's like, well, he's been cool with me. And then a week later, Chad's fucking doing the most elaborate prank since the Hinks robbery or the what's that robbery where they robbed the armored car? All right,
the one by JFK.
Yeah, what's a Brinks truck? Thanks for helping me out,
L?
Brinks. You guys are thinking about Chad. You guys are both thinking about Chad and what he looks like.
You mean
oil
in
town.
Tampa?
Beloved chatter, Bob, listen to KB the Great. Lorena Bobbitt said it best. Don't be afraid.
Jesus Christ.
Bob, listen to KB the Great. Lorena Bobbitt said it best. Don't be afraid to cut people off. He's right. Beloved Chad is right.
But
But at
it's
some point,
just
you gain
never-
nothing by. You
But
should
I've
have just
never
been a guidance
truthfully been that
counselor.
person. I've never
Okay,
been that
well,
person.
you're 60. You're allowed to be. You're allowed to go. Yeah, I don't want to be. You're allowed to be. You're allowed to say, I don't want to be friends with this guy anymore. I gain nothing by being friends with him. It's like there's a lot of people that you don't need to be friends with. Bob, you're old anyway. Like you don't need a lot of friends. It's JG. It's clear to me now. Bob Levy is the Damon, champion of the sun. He's a master of karate and friendship to everyone.
Yeah.
But,
Amen.
it's a better life that way for me because of the way
This
I am.
is better for you.
yeah,
This is better
No,
for you.
no, this isn't. No, this isn't. This is
Getting
awful.
yelled
But
at
it's
every
great for people.
6
It's
days
great.
a week,
It's
5
great
days
for
a
the
week at 4
audience.
o'clock.
It's great for the audience.
Oh, so
you
you're
know,
doing it
but-
for the audience.
No, I'm not doing it for the audience, but I'm listening to you guys, and I'm listening to what I'm saying, and then I'll listen to other things, and then that's what
All
I
right, we're gonna
do.
Send a link to Bob's wife.
No,
I need to get
I
closer.
think they share an email address, so she has it.
Oh,
I'll
right.
get it. I'll
Send
come
it
on
away.
again.
Send it
I'll be
away.
here twice, standing up for me.
She has the link. Yeah, send her the link.
Bob's gonna represent himself.
No, but she used to love this shit, and she doesn't anymore. Put it that way.
Do you
She used
do
to
you,
love.
do you feel bad for Chad? Is that why you?
I feel
like, do you
bad
have
for like
sympathy?
everybody that's going through anything.
Hey, you
truthfully.
mean
I
you
felt
feel
bad for
you
John.
feel bad for everybody? Everyone's
I
going
felt
through
bad for
something all the
John
time.
yesterday because I'm seeing it's just not working. It's like Jesus Christ, you're like calm down, just fucking. This isn't. You know what I mean? You're not gonna win. Stop this.
Judy, I'll get to that in a second. Judy, Bob, no contact equals no new hurts. She's right, Bob. Judy's right.
Yeah,
No.
but, when you
new
talk
hurts.
about something, you have a deep conversation about what happened, and you're both all right with it.
Yeah, but
and-
Bob, Chad, words mean nothing to Chad. He'll change his mind. He doesn't give a
Okay.
fuck. He said one thing to you. He'll say something to somebody else. He don't give a fuck. I used to be friends with Chad. I understand what Chad does. It's always somebody else's fault. It was my fault now that he's sniping because I watched John and Carl yesterday. So it's my fault.
Okay, that doesn't make sense.
That's my but that's his rationale. It's my fault. Kevin, Bob's trying to get back into Jim Florentine.
God damn it.
Kevin, Bob's trying to get back into Jim Florentine's panties through Chad. Through Chad.
Wow.
Hey,
interesting.
Bob, my mailman's a good guy too. Want to take it slow?
Your mailman
and
hasn't
too?
had a problem with me. Yeah, look, my mailman, I love my mailman. I love my other one. He retired, and the other one knew me right off the bat, and he came over and said hello and big talk, and so yeah, I like my mailman. I like, you know what I mean? I used to have fights with my neighbors.
I know what
My
a
neighbor
hamburger's
used to
saying.
start shit all the time. We went out, and because I fucking reacted crazy, and it went on for a long time, and there's nothing you can do besides taking somebody's breathing from them. And that's the fact and stuff like that. And I learned that it's not. What are you gonna do? I'm not going to jail. I'm not
No
going
one's
to
asking
jail.
you to go to
Nobody-
jail.
But everybody.
I'm not even
look,
asking you to
you don't
shoplift.
understand what's up here. You don't understand. You don't get it. You don't get it. You know what I mean? I know how this works. You don't. I've
No,
been through this. This thing is not fucking normal. It doesn't have normal thinking. It really doesn't.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
it's a fact.
So automatically, if you don't have heart to heart talks with Chad, that means you're gonna assault him.
No,
go to
I just
jail?
say that I would rather have somebody not above the ground, and that's sick thinking. And that's me.
Wait, meaning like above the ground, like in a
Like
grave?
alive? Like alive?
Is that like a? I'm.
Oh,
just trying
Bob,
to-
now
I
he's
want
gonna
that.
strike our channel because you're threatening to.
I'm not threatening
to
anybody. I'm
unalive
just
him.
saying
That's
what
what
goes
Chad
through
does.
my.
You're
my
defending
mind.
Chad, and now he'll use what you
I'm
said
not.
to strike the channel. 'cause
I'm
you
making
said you want him
points.
to
I'm
be
not
not
defending
not alive.
anybody. I am making
But that's what I'm saying. My
points.
point is, you're trying to defend Chad, and Chad will use what you said against you. That's what Chad does. He's garbage. He has nobody in his life. He's human garbage. What? John Tards. Why Bob won't hate who I hate. Oh, he's making it me. Why
okay.
Bob won't hate who I hate. Why Adam won't agree with me. How many whys have you gone after? What? I
How
don't go
many
after
wives
people's
have you
wives.
gone after, Kev?
First of all, I don't go after people's wives. I know people say allegedly I went after Landau's wife, but to be fair to me, I know Bob will take my side because he takes everybody's side, and I was going through something at the time, Bob. So of course you have to side with me. Anyway, I never said anything about. I never. First of all, Landau went after my family first.
Yeah.
When that day, because he started talking about Neil. And I'm like, oh, you're bringing in families. And again, I never said anything about his wife. I said, I was talking about how he's a Midwest hack. And I said, so your wife's probably fat, right? Because all Midwest women have a weight problem, all of them. So, and then he got defensive because she was. I had it verified. I didn't even give a shit, but people verified it for me. And just to be like, you were right. She is fat. So again, I didn't say, I don't know his wife. I didn't go after her on Twitter. I don't do what Chad does, put up pictures. I never look for a picture of her. But Chad's scum. Chad's human scum. And again, if Chad was good for the show, I'd have him back on. But he's not. He's like a leak in the roof that you can't fix. And you're like, no, it won't be that bad. After a while, you're like, wow. Remember we were going to come back to 1 day or 3 days or whatever. He kept quitting. And I was like, how about we just get rid of him altogether and we'll see what happens. I did the opposite of Bob. Instead of like, we'll see it. We'll try to make it work. We'll try to not make it work and see what happens from there. I prefer it that way.
Didn't you try to make it work? Didn't you you had a run with him, then you had another run with him. So that's not trying to make it work?
Yeah, Bob, the second time you said Chad has a good story about Orlando. So we had him on. And of course, Chad was cool for a while. And then after a while, Chad becomes Chad. Basically, if you brought a rat into your house, okay? And at first, the rat is like cool because the rat is, it likes being inside. It likes being fed on the regular. And then after a while, a rat is going to be like bite your eye or something. Because a rat, it always going to be a rat. Chad's like a, you know how they have like indoor cats and outdoor cats? Chad's like an outdoor, I know I'm making a lot of analogies. Chad's like an outdoor cat. You try to bring him inside and he's still gonna have his outside ways because Chad's never had like a regular family. So even when you're like, Chad, you can't just be regular, and Chad's basically like, nope, I was raised by a stepdad who didn't like me. I'm on the stepdad side. Like I get it. Chad had to be a piece of shit as a kid. Bjorn, in the best way. Bob is like the oldest toad in a pond. What? Not aggressive, but not harmless either. If a fly comes close enough, he'll swallow it.
I finally understand him. This is the first time I ever understood him.
That's the first time this guy ever made sense.
Yeah, I mean...
They took 500 super chats, but one finally made sense.
I mean, yeah, I don't... Look, it's a lot easier to fuck with me from far away, and people realize that in life that, you know what I mean? It doesn't, go ahead like the frog, jump, motherfucker, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, but Chad has been fucking with you from far away, and you're still like, well...
That's what I'm saying, but nobody ever
So
does
let him
it.
go!
Everybody's
Let him go,
talk.
Bob! Let him go!
I'm saying everybody's talk, but you know what I mean? Anywhere I am, they won't do anything. They won't do anything. It just is.
That's everybody. Everybody talks a tough game. Kumia talks a tough game on Twitter too, and then he's afraid of his roofer. He's afraid of everybody.
He left town.
No, I mean, the guy, he's a classic tough. He won't ask Louis C.K. to do his show. He's a classic coward. Tough guy online, classic coward off. Billy DZ, like falling in love with a crackhead. You hope they'll change, but usually that's a way better analogy than an outside cat. Like falling in love with a crackhead, you hope they'll change, but they usually never do.
Never see pictures of Chad as a fucking outdoor cat.
I hope, or a crackhead. No, I mean that's a crackhead will you like Artie. Any junkie, any piece of shit will always say what you want to hear. But the reality is they're always going to be what they are, and Chad's a piece of shit.
Yeah, well, the reality is when Artie's high, he's a different person. He's not. That's not the person I know.
Okay,
you
but
know?
Bob, that's a big part of his life, being high.
Well,
so,
it became.
So it's
Yeah,
not.
it became.
No, okay. So that's. You can say that about any junkie.
It's
yeah,
very
when they're
hard to
high,
see.
when they're high, they're a totally different person. Usually, when they're high on heroin, they're usually different than when they're not high on heroin. That's a fair statement.
Well, any
But-
drug.
Exactly, but they choose to take the drugs. They're not bipolar. They choose to take the drugs. So it's on them. It's not on you to look the other way when they're fucking being dickheads because they're on drugs. Chad don't even have the heroin excuse.
Yeah, I mean, I don't look the other way. I just don't fucking spend my time looking for.
No, you're trying to. You're apologizing for him being high.
I'm
you're
not
like,
apologizing
no.
for nobody.
I've heard you say a million times. Artie's a great guy when he's not high. So everybody's
Yeah.
you can say that about every junkie I've ever known. They're always sweet when they're not high because they know they got to compensate for all the fucked up shit they did when they were juiced up on heroin. And I'm not just talking about Bill Schultz now. I mean, Mitch Hedberg was the sweetest guy. You know, everybody when they're not on drugs, they're like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, what a sweet guy. But then when they get back on the juice, not so good. JG, for some reason, the more KB trashy Bob, the more magnificent Bob becomes. It's like it makes him stronger.
And it's not trashing. It's having an opinion, and we're both having an opinion. That's it. That's what a show is. I mean, come on, the fuck. What am I supposed to? If I agreed with everything, you know what I mean? It's just not a show, and it's not. I'm not doing it for a reason. I'm doing it because I'm just telling you my side of it. That's it. I'm not. You know, I'm not fucking coming in here with anger. I have no anger for Kevin. I love what he does. I love working with him. I love Adam. I love what I'm going to do to him in Atlantic City. I mean, God damn it, I slipped.
Send his wife the link.
No, she's not.
Up
She
in
doesn't do
this.
this.
She already has it. Up in this.
Stop it.
If you've lost beautiful Andy, what's the use of going on? If you've lost beautiful Andy, what's the use of going on?
Nobody's lost, Andy. I'm here.
Andy.
I think they said in the divorce something's gonna happen to you.
Yeah, right. Well, it's like we did with Brian and Kevin. We just did joint visitation.
Well, you see, that's another thing. How did that work out? Like, is that bad?
It's a little different.
Brian's blind.
Yeah,
Brian's legally blind.
And he never went. He never would have been at Kevin. Whatever. It was a weird falling out, but it wasn't. There was no like back and forth. It was just all going at Brian, really.
Okay. Jason Mazzilla, 199. I trade one Joey C for two Chads. Rather him. Okay.
So what's he saying?
I have no idea. He's gonna trade one Joey C for two Chads. Rather him. It makes no fucking
Yeah, and I got
sense.
Joey C coming after me like crazy now. He's gonna sue me too now because I like these people that he basically lied to the federal government, but he's gonna sue me for defamation. I mean, I would think the court would side with me since I've never been to federal penitentiary.
Has he hit you up since the last time?
Since you mean 2 minutes ago?
Yeah.
Sure,
Oh, what?
yeah.
He still hit? Okay. What's going on with this?
He sends me DMs. He sends me emails. Yesterday he sent me a DM. Him.
Let me just read this one real quick. Joey Melzilla 499. Worst guess. No point in having ever again. In order, Ski Mask, Joey C, and that hair eating guy.
Let me write
I mean,
this
the
down.
hair eating thing is like you don't meet people like that every day. It's pretty fucking amazing. That, you know,
I prefer it that way.
Yeah.
But not
But it's
people
like it's kind of weird. Like if he was in a plane crash, he'd eat everybody's hair and survive.
Okay, so Joey C sent me a thing.
Okay.
A picture of him wearing a Cubs uniform and of somebody behind it wearing a Pirates uniform. So he said 1979 on the left, you piece of shit. They're taking me to the hospital. Oh, he said
Hold
I
on,
called.
the pool guy's calling again. I got it. Hold on a second.
Wow, everyone's busy.
Yeah, well, no, it's not. Hello.
I thought the.
Hey, what's up, brother? Okay, brother. Yeah, let me talk to you later. I'm on doing the radio, brother. Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Send him the link.
Yeah, he sounds like
And
a
that
good
was-
guy.
He is a good guy. He just, you know what I mean? It's like when you're in business, you oversay things, and you can't do that. You know what I mean? Everything should have happened at once. You know, it's like that's what you do when you have a business. Everything has to run smooth. You can't go, well, this guy's doing this or that. You know, no, it doesn't work that fucking way. It doesn't. Sorry, I've done business. I know business.
What business have you run?
Drugs, basically.
I didn't know I was gonna stump you.
Landscaping business. I just know that if you say what you're going to do, you better do it, and that's a fact. And that's the way I look at it, and I hold everybody to that standard.
All right, so
And if you don't, I'm gonna fucking lose my mind.
he sent me a picture. OEC sent me a picture yesterday. He goes 1979. On 1979 on the left, you piece of shit. They're taking me to the hospital. I am having chest pains.
Wait, he has a picture of him going to the hospital?
No, he's talking about. There's a picture. He showed me a picture.
Where? Move it this way. Let me see. No, you're not
Anyway, you
even
can't see it with the glare. Anyway, it's a picture of him at a baseball field wearing a Cubs uniform and somebody behind him wearing like a Pirates uniform. The thing makes no sense. 1979 on the left. You there, you piece of shit. They're taking me. He's saying two different things. You take him to the hospital. I'm having chest pains. I got so worked up with your lies. You were a fucking piece of shit. I am taking you to court for slander, you fucking piece of shit. Me left side, 1979, Wrigley Field. Next to me is Sandy Crum, the Marlins medical trainer. I hope when you ride your bike, you get hit by a bus and die.
Wow.
And this is the guy who was supposed to be starting a show last Monday.
So this ain't gonna happen then.
No, we're gonna go at it slow. Me and Joey C are
we'll
gonna do
take
it
it
slow. We're gonna
Maybe
do it
next
slow.
Monday.
We'll start
We're
up
gonna-
bi-weekly.
Yeah, we're gonna do it slow and see and go and build.
Wait
from
a
there.
minute, but he's the one that.
Anyway, so he sent
he-
me a picture. Let me just finish before I
Mhm.
forget. Anyway, he sent me a picture. So I sent it to people who know about it. They go, that's not Wrigley Field. He said, there's no way. He said, so they didn't show Wrigley Field. They just showed there's like some, like, the foul, there's some, the white stuff they make the foul line with, and there's some grass and like an infield. It could be anywhere. And like somebody pointed out, if you're gonna take a picture at Wrigley Field, you gotta show it's Wrigley. It's easy to show. They got ivy on the wall. Everybody knows what Wrigley Field looks like. So I didn't respond to his DM, but then he sent me an email. So I sent him an email. I said, he was talking about Sandy Crum, the former trainer, because he sent me as an email too. He said, Sandy Crum is a former club trainer now with the Marlins. I said, have Sandy come on the show to back up your stories. And I said, that's not Wrigley Field. Then I guess he came back to me. He said he's going to...
We need to get closer.
Oh God.
Uh-oh.
No, I just got to... So then he sent me a... Are you that much of a drunk loser to tell me that's not Wrigley Field? I sent you the video which showed enough. Anyway, on and on and on. Marla Collins and blah, blah. But I said, just get somebody on the show that can vouch for your friend that you were. I said, even if you worked at Wrigley Field for long enough and you got paid for Major League Baseball, they'll give you a pension. Like just show me some proof. Like I'm so used to the Chads of the world where they just make this shit up. That I'm like, just show, I'm sick of it. So I don't think he got back.
So he's not starting Monday.
No, we'll make it work by Monday.
We'll
He's
make it
definitely
work. We're gonna
starting
make it
Monday.
work.
Yeah.
Talk about a guy who's been through a lot.
What?
Joey C. He
Let me see
deserves-
how he ended.
deserves
I didn't even
some
read.
chances.
I didn't even read to the end.
Read it out loud.
He said, makes you. This is the email he sent me last night. Makes you worse than any person that's doing life in prison, but I don't got to prove. I don't got to proof no more because I'm telling the truth and you are not. I'm like, I don't even. Why am I saying I'm lying? What am I lying about? My sources are saying it's not Wrigley Field. Jody Davis, the Cubs catcher, never heard of you. Nobody who worked at Wrigley Field's ever heard of you. So just get somebody who's a legitimate source and have them on the show. I would love to have them on the show. I'd love to clear things up. I mean, and if Joey C's telling the truth, yeah, he has had a rough life. If he can't walk because he has 20 colas a day, then that's bad. And if he did go to jail for lying to the feds about his wife, then that's dumb. But I guess admirable. I think Bob would think it's incredibly admirable. If he finds Chad admirable, he must think that they should get a fucking Nobel Peace Prize or something.
I think it's a movie of the week. I really
lead at the very least.
Yeah.
At Max SWP, Bob has transformed over the past year from a pale man with green hair to bronze silver fox.
Oh.
Good, looking good, Bob.
Thank you. I am. There's no doubt about it. You know.
Well, that's why your wife's sticking with you. I think if you had green hair, she would definitely leave you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you're gonna side with Chad, you're gonna make it work with Chad with green hair. I don't think she would tolerate it. Bob, please check your voicemail now, Ronnie Munn.
Sounds like maybe somebody left you a voicemail.
Is that the pool guy?
I don't, the pool. I talked to. He called me before the pool guy. I think.
I'm kidding.
Oh, this was at 4:42.
Bob, don't pick up your phone. Your phone's gonna explode if you listen to a voicemail. Remember?
What the fuck?
No, that's what they do. You never see those Mission Impossible movies where it's like, hey, I left you a voicemail, and then your phone starts smoking when you check your voicemail.
Are they trying to trick me?
Yeah, of course they are. Bob, we understand your good intention, but Chad had enough chances to reform his behavior. Exactly, 100%. Please stop enabling, coddling his toxic behavior. Thank you, KRS. I mean, Jesus Christ. Yeah. I mean, listen. I mean, these are neutral participants, and they're still saying. I don't even at this point. I don't care. I listen. The one thing I know is Ray DeVito going to change? No. Is Bob Levy going to change? No. Is Chad Zumach going to change? No. Is Jim Florentine going to change? No. People don't change, especially when they're 50 or 60.
61.
I mean, could Adam change? Maybe a little. But I mean, most people when they get set in their ways, once they get to a certain age, they ain't changing. Hey Bob, I'll pay for Chad's flight to AC if you can.
Okay, well Kevin's gonna have to get the room. I live 15 minutes from AC.
They could stay in my room, Bob. I got a smoking room.
Okay.
I thought we were gonna have a party,
Yeah.
but then the cops told me I couldn't have a party. So you can
don't
have
know
the
what's
room.
gonna happen.
I'll
Yeah,
get the
go
room
ahead.
to you, and you can
Okay.
stay, and Chad and Chad can stay there, and then Gina can sleep on the flat couch.
Me and Chad are gonna be in the bed.
Huh? Of course.
Me and Chad are gonna stay in the bed.
Of course you're gonna be in the bed.
Oh, where you going, Perry?
Perry's there?
No, it's my dog. I named him after Perry because he darts
What
in and
do
out
you
all the time.
require?
Hold on.
Trust no one. Speak quickly.
What's going on?
I'm checking something. Hold on. Adam, what time is this super chat?
This was from 4:47, so it's a while ago.
All right. Yeah,
And
sorry, I
you,
had to check something.
What do you require?
Mr. Panhandler, Chad is losing it. KB is going after your
haven't thought all
family.
day.
I don't care.
You
I
see,
mean,
but look, I don't.
See, Bob,
I
look,
wouldn't-
Chad is losing
look,
it.
but that's
KB
a-
is going
that's-
after your family and dangerously close to doxing you.
But that's just somebody saying something, you know, and
Hey, but-
everybody goes
wait,
on.
well, you think
Everybody
Chad- you
jumps on
think-
reactions.
But you think
and-
Chad wouldn't? You think Chad wouldn't do that?
I'm saying, know the facts before you do
See,
anything.
but you thought you knew the facts today. You said Chad said one thing. You didn't even read your text right, but you're saying
I
this guy, Mr. Panhandler, we used to know as a regular on the show. You think he's lying to me?
I don't know, but I'm saying.
Okay, he's probably not. This is Chad's MO. He's going after your family and dangerously close to doxing you. Thank you, Mr. Panhandler. Of course Chad's gonna do it. I don't fear Chad because Chad's a loser and Chad always loses. And Chad thinks he's winning because he has more friends than I do. Okay.
Well, how
And it-
many more?
I think he's saying quite a few more.
Well, he says I don't have any, so anything
Right.
anything more than 0.
1,000% more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dang Lizard, there's a dark side of Bob and a bright pink side to Kevin. It's fair. See, I don't even get mad about that because I'm saying it's, I'm saying the evidence supports that, just like the evidence supports Chad's a piece of shit. The evidence supports it, but you want to make it work.
Look, I said we'll take our time and we'll see. Look, Ano Chano 4.99. Why is Arnold talking so much? Get off screen. Bland, mediocre. Is he?
Mediocrity.
Adam is great.
I'm trying to mediate
Adam,
here. I'm trying to help.
Yeah, this guy doesn't like anybody. Okay.
First of all,
All
he's
right.
just being a troll. Second of all, bland mediocrity for this show is gold because our guests usually suck. Everybody
an
hates them.
improvement.
Everybody hates them. So bland mediocrity. Adam, call this episode bland mediocrity.
I'm gonna name my new band that.
Yeah,
That's
and
the
it's
name of my
like
new band.
I would take that every day of the week. Bland mediocrity.
No, there's got to be a straight man, right? I can't
Well,
be
not in Atlantic City, you won't be.
All right.
Hey.
Sorry, it's just I'm just saying.
I walked right into that one.
Yeah, well, you backed into it.
Backwards. Yeah.
Oh, listen, these are our pals, Bob. You don't, Mr. and Mrs. Kill Everything, Bob. Everything Piggy says, I mean, Chad is a lie. He's a professional. When he says he's gonna do this, he's lying to you. He knows you're a fall for. He knows you're a sucker. For a guy
far
who's trying to be contrite. So he's like, Bob will believe me. He knows I won't believe him because he knows I know
what
he's a piece of
contrite
shit.
means.
I mean, you want you want people. You're basically when you're contrite. Who's talking?
I'm sorry.
When you're contrite, yeah, you're like, it's my fault. You're basically begging for forgiveness.
I never said it ever. It's my fault. It's never my fault.
No, I'm saying he's being
I'm
contrite.
never
It's like,
wrong.
Bob, I apologize. I didn't mean what I said. He meant what he said. He meant what he said. He always means what he says. He doesn't mean it when he apologizes. That's when he doesn't mean it. He always means it. Send Melton the link.
I know what I said, but it's not true.
What's today? Oh, today's
No, send
Wednesday.
it to him.
No,
Yeah.
I'm kidding. He won't come on.
You
But
know,
I'm just
he'll
saying,
come on.
Bob, you're
Yeah,
gonna
he'll
spend
come.
you're gonna spend the whole weekend with him, and he'll be in the room too. And he don't like Chad, and for good reason. He thinks Chad is absolute garbage, and for good reason. Carl said to go on MLC. So, Kev, are you up to it or to? Wow!
Oh,
Wow!
yeah,
Carl
did say
said to
he
go on MLC. So, K, are you up for it? Or are you too much of a B? Oh, I get it. KB. K, are you up for it? Or are you too much of a B? KB is a B. I ain't having on Carl anytime soon. I'd rather have bland mediocrity
No.
than Carl.
I'm gonna read the
Carl-
phone book. next.
Carl telling Stuttering John, Carl goes, John, you want to hear what really happened? Carl thinks because he listens to shit on podcasts that he knows what really happened between John and Artie Lang. Artie Lang is the biggest liar I've ever met, other than Chad, another degenerate, junkie, fucking whatever you want to call him, garbage piece of shit, human waste. Artie Lang is the biggest piece of shit I've ever met. But somehow Carl knew what happened between him and John because Carl listened to a podcast, and what happened was Artie Lang lent Stuttering John $3,000, and John told what happened, and Carl goes, "You want to hear what really happened?" I was like, "Wow, Carl is an arrogant motherfucker." Why? Because he heard someone on a podcast tell what really happened?
No, I think
You
he
mean
said
the great
Dan-
Artie Lang?
Dan
Artie Lang's a
told him.
piece of shit. Okay, well, yeah, Dan was lied to for years by Artie Lang. So who the fuck even knows the stories? What really happened when Artie Lang's a bigger liar than Chad, if that's possible. Bob has a big heart and through a lot, and it's
And
been
has
through a
been.
lot. I
Been
thought he was
through a
gonna make a big dick joke.
Yeah.
And it's been through a lot. I appreciate his empathy, and it's good for the show. It's
Yeah.
perfect contrast to KB's anger and toxicity. And I'll always give James O'Sullivan a benefit of the doubt because of his greatness on the day that Chad was pretending to be drunk, according to Jimmy Jam Florentine. He was pretending.
So you're okay.
Nobody's that good an actor. Laurence Olivier if he's an actor, he's not that good an actor. The guy in Leaving Las Vegas, Nicolas Cage is not that good an actor. Chad was not acting drunk that day. He was in fact drunk, right, Carl? Even Carl said he was drunk. And if the library lady says he's drunk, then he was drunk, right, Carl? Because Carl's always right. He knows every story about Artie Lang, every Artie Lang story, because he heard it on a podcast. He wasn't there, but he heard it on. He knows what the relationship between me and Bill Burr because he heard it on a podcast. He never left Rochester. The Reverend living up to his reputation, taking Chad into the clergy. Away from the meanie bajinis. Bless is he who protects the hacks. Oh my God! This might. I might say this prayer before I go to bed every night. What time is it?
Is this the hamburger?
Yeah. What time is this? I might have to put this. 4:52. I might have to make this a T-shirt or
Make
something.
that the screenshot.
That's
I
just
might
gonna
have
be a
to
big
read
fucking
this.
shirt.
I might have to read this every night before I go to bed. This. Blessed is he who protects. Oh,
That
that's
could be a
greatness. Alonzo. All right, here's another. This is not in my favor. I'll still read it. I'll consider all possible. Christ,
Dio's known me. Hold on. Dio's known me probably over 20 years. Over 20 years he's known me. He's seen me do everything that I done from Stern on, hung out with him, everything. I've known him for a long time.
Okay, Dio, Christ, KB, get off Bob's beautiful back already. You hate who you hate. Bob likes who he likes. On with the show. This is the show, Dio. First of all,
well, that's another thing.
This is the show. Second of all, it's not a matter of Bob hates who he hates, likes who he likes. Everybody hates Chad. Chad's human garbage. I'll bring up Chad this weekend when me and Bob and Melton are hanging around like the three amigos. I'll keep asking Melton how he feels about Chad Zumach. And just to remind Bob that it's not me who has a problem with Chad. It's everybody. His stepdad, his mom, his everybody.
Can we do this in a jacuzzi? To make
Everybody
it feel
has a problem with Chad.
Oh,
the guy from Kumia, the guy from Kumia country. Literally everybody.
Adam's just gonna be kicking up in the corner of the jacuzzi.
I'm out of range.
I'm gonna be up on Melton's shoulders. He's a big guy, right?
Yeah, he's a gigantic guy. I can't wait till Bob gets nervous around him because he's so big.
I don't get nervous.
You're gonna get nervous around Melton.
I get nervous around little people instead of midgets. Scare me. Not big people. Look, they have.
Well, you
have a
could
chance
trip
to look
over. You
bad.
could trip over a midget, and that's always embarrassing.
You know, it's like it doesn't matter.
Jesus, why don't you guys get a room? You and Dio. Aaron and Dio.
Well, we might have.
It's the same thing. KB grew up. Bob likes who he likes. He doesn't like Chad. He's trying to be like some kind of.
I try to like every.
Like
I really do.
Like what Hamburger said. He's trying to be like he's bringing him into his clergy. He's like a Mother Teresa. Oh, he like works at a leper colony. He's like, I love all lepers and I'll kiss the leper right on the lip.
I'm not gonna kiss no leper on the fucking lip. Where do you come up with this shit?
I don't know. I'm just riffing. It's called riffing.
I mean, I'm kissing lepers. You fuck.
Pretty good.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh, Gina's there. Give her the link.
She's not getting the link,
has
and she's gonna sit there and stare at me and my beauty.
Super chat.
Oh, she's in a super chat. Oh, good. I'd rather have her. Yeah, can't tell her to keep sending super chats.
Super chat from the
Yeah, good.
same room.
No, she just got here.
KB doesn't have a lie detector, but he is a dysfunctional work detector.
What does that mean?
He's saying, I know when someone's dysfunctional at work. And Chad's dysfunctional. He's trying to rob from us day one.
But it's like a bad machine, like in that movie. What was that movie when Midnight Express? When he was in the circus prison and he goes, "Why are you walking that way? You're a bad machine. Bad machine machines don't walk that way. You remember that? And he goes, "You're a bad machine." It's a great movie.
I saw it. I saw it like 10 times. I love it.
It's a great fucking
I
movie.
remember that scene. That's
Yeah,
why I never.
Bad Machine.
That's why, because of Midnight Express, I don't travel because of that movie. I'm like, because I
Really?
know they'll find cocaine somewhere in my bag or something.
Yeah.
Gino Levy, let Chad do his own thing without you.
thing.
Cut time. Wow. This
He
is from.
doing his own thing.
No, he's sniping our show. Let Chad
but
do his
that-
own
that-
thing
that's
without
his
you.
own.
No, he's
Yeah, he
sniping
is.
our show. Let Chad do his own thing without you. Cut ties. Just a suggestion.
I think that must be directed towards Bob. I mean, we could ask her in the room, but because
Have her send another super chat. Ask her and then
Yeah.
have her send another super
Send it
chat.
for 10.90.
Yeah,
Kevin
then
has
we'll-
already cut ties, so that would apply to.
We work on things. That's what we do as people.
Oh my God.
How am I going to open up a church if everybody's pissed?
That's true. Rolando, cut Chad off cold turkey. If he comes back, it's going to be Mal's cookie situation. He's going to want an apology, then a raise, then back pay. Then back pay, then his own show on the MLC network, and on and on and on and on. And
Well,
on.
we do have mornings available.
Right, we did have that just open up.
I
Yeah,
watched the
so-
show with Chad and Joey C. If he comes back, it's going to be a Mal's cookie situation. He's going to want an apology, then a raise, and yep.
You might actually want a cookie too.
I got cookies.
I bet you do.
I'm out of range.
Bob, send Chad the link. Kevin, face your fears. Yeah, I'll do it. I'm not. I'm gonna need at least $500 to send Chad.
You hear? Yeah. Okay, Chandler. Let's go. Not Chandler. Borgo.
Morganson?
Yeah, is Chandler on vacation?
He's always on fucking vacation. He owns horses.
No, Borgo wants horses. Chandler, we don't know.
Oh,
what
okay.
Chandler
Well, whatever. Chandler's, yeah, they have good lives, these fucking two. And they fucking worrying about what I do.
They're just wise men. They actually have been in business. I mean, Borgo's been dealing with the Chinese. You think they're easy to deal with? For
No.
decades, he's been dealing with the Chinese with Christmas lights. You think they're easy to deal with? Even the fucking U.S. government doesn't like to deal with the Chinese. Borgo's been dealing with them forever, and he's telling you to cut ties with Chad. Adam,
Wow.
once a year.
Well, you cut ties with China first.
China.
Whatever it's called.
I think Kevin.
Is it
would
all
be-
right to take a piece of this now? Can I fucking relax a little bit? Jesus fucking Christ. I should be at the hospital with fucking high blood pressure, but it doesn't. It doesn't affect me. Look at me.
He's gonna go to the hospital and be like, "Hey, Joey C, how are you?"
What did Kevin do to you? I go to the hospital, everybody, Kevin.
Is that a fair proposal though? If Kevin cuts ties with China, will you cut ties with Chad?
Kevin done working with China.
You don't know that.
Bob, I'm saying these guys who run businesses, you got to if a guy's bad for your business, you got to cut him loose. Adam, once a year ain't gay. Adam,
Yeah.
movie star
What
finger
about twice a week?
twice a week.
What about 100 times in one night?
That's called a good movie.
Kevin's bringing the shirts so you can clean up with them after.
That's called Pornhub.com.
Broke back Borgata.
Yes. Yes, sir. You're correct, sir. I'm convinced. Robert Dunn, here's my helmet theory. Chad is the cool guy. That's why there's no fucking water in there. Chad is living in that cement pit like a little goblin.
No, there's water, and I was swimming all fucking day playing.
All right, we haven't
ball
seen
with-
the pool. We haven't seen Chad not in the pool.
The fence is not done yet. The fence is coming Friday, and it's going up.
Okay,
He
well, you
called
can
me.
still go to the pool and see and and show us
I'll
Chad's not
go.
there.
I'll take a picture. There's pictures of me in the goddamn pool. What the fuck kind of proof do I have to show fucking people?
I-
Get out of my fucking pool.
Robert Dunn thinks Chad's living there.
I got one as my screen.
You see?
Gina, how's it going?
Yeah, she's having fun. We're going to the dog lesson later. I got a water. Oh, a water.
What do you got to teach it to do? What do you got to teach it on?
Just not eat stuff like sandals.
Your ass?
That's what I'm fucking. They have a long nose, those fucking dogs. No,
I
but,
know you hate that when you're on top of your wife and then your dog jumps on top of you.
You
gotta quit sitting on
numbers
TV.
over.
Or
No,
flicking your balls.
it's just that they don't know what's going on. It's like
I
can't
don't even
have
know
it.
what's going on half the time. Mr.
No,
Kill
the
Everything, total
sprinkler
piggy
game. It's
death.
now